So a friend of mine asked for a little tutorial on how to make the comic book shoes. So I figured I'd chuck it all together and make a small video for anyone else that was interested. What you're going to need is to find some sort of comic or pictures you want to use. Print them out, cut them out of a comic book. Depending on the style you want, is how you're going to cut them. I personally don't like to do them in strips because I find it's a little awkward trying to get them to sit neatly around the curvature of the shoe. So I like to mosaic bind and save a few feature pieces that will stick onto the outside and just kind of make it look a bit more solid, I guess. So what you're going to need, apart from the comic book, is shoes. I haven't tried it with, fabric shoes yet. I've only been using glossy ones because it just seems like it'll stick better. And I got these ones from Ruby Shoes. They're very cheap and they look very dirty right now because I use them as my tester pair. But I have since stripped them and they're going to get a second life. You're also going to need a paintbrush, a nice big work area, I say, but I'm doing mine on my bed just in a shoebox because it's really hot and the living room is not my friend right now. You're also going to need some impasto gel. It's like a sealant, glue, and kind of waterproof all in one. You can get them from any craft shop, basically. Just go in and ask for a gluey thing that'll keep it glossy. Mod Podge also works, but I couldn't find that, so I just used what my local art shop gave me. I also have little tweezers, which I like to use to hold down the little pieces I want and make sure they're in the right position. This might be really loud because there's lots of traffic right now, so apologies for that. So I'm doing Pokemon ones right now, and they are taking a lot longer than I thought. I'm using the sprites, and I'm cutting them all out with my tiny little scissors. And I'm using the second gen to go as the underlayer to cover up all the blue from the shoes. And I'm using the first gen ones here, because they're my favourite. They're going to go on the outside as the main feature pieces of the shoe. So basically you just want to cut out all the little pieces that you like to have on there. Save a few bigger pieces if you want to have, the feature pieces and have them more noticeable, or else just shred them all up and stick them on the shoe. We're going to do that, and then we're going to start sticking them on later on. And I'll, do another little bit for that and connect them up. And hopefully this will help someone. And I apologize for the terrible quality because I'm on my webcam and there are 1,000 buses going past right now. So I'll be back when I'm ready to stick them all together. So now that we've got all of our Pokemon and stuff cut out, as well as, the extra bag full of the good ones, we want to start sticking them onto the shoe. And what I like to do is, I like to just cut up a few Pokemon and put them around the edges so you have kind of a little bit of a lining, because later on there is no way that they're going to sit smoothly. And then what you want to do after that is start just sticking them on any way you want. I like to put, the bigger ones on the bigger areas. It doesn't matter which direction you put them on either, because, this is only going to be the first layer the first time. So see how we've got that one there? That's probably not going to fit too well. So for the sake of not having to cut out extra Pokemon later, we can just kind of chuck that on the side there and just layer it up. So we got our paintbrush, we've got our impasto stuff, and we're going to take some and just slather it on the shoe. It doesn't have to be, thick or anything. And take our Pokemon and just stick them on like that. And then we're going to grab more and just start filling in the little areas. And they don't have to be absolutely perfect, because like I said, this is only the first layer. So little bits of blue and stuff poking through can, it's totally okay. Because there is going to be another one, and I don't know about some people, but I know that I don't really care if there's like a tiny, tiny little bit not completely covered. So you're going to kind of chuck a few on so they're kind of like that and start mosaicing them. You're going to grab a good kind of amount and just put it over the top to hold it down and kind of seal it as you go. And that way, as you put more over the top, it has something else to hook onto, and by the time you finish the other side, this part will be dry and you can move on to the other part. So you want to keep doing that all the way around until you're happy, or happy as you can be, and then you should end up with something like this. That's my first layer of the second gen Pokemon, completely covering one shoe. Still kind of drying, but it should basically look something like that. And then you'll just kind of want to repeat that as many times as you need, and that's still kind of wet and it was probably dumb to touch it, but if, you know, like what just happened with me, you touch it and you accidentally loosen it, you can just put a bit more of the gel over the top and it'll go back down. And you don't want to have to worry about these little bits here that are sticking up over the edge there, because later on I'm going to go along with a Stanley knife and just kind of slice them off, or else they're going to rub against your ankles, and you really don't want that because it hurts, because it goes like solid and it won't be soft and move with your foot. So yeah, I'm going to keep going with this, and I will finish this up when I've got the complete shoe. Hello. So I've let them dry overnight, so they should be completely see-through. If there's still little white patches, it's not done. You need to leave it for a bit longer. But once we'd done all that, I just took my Stanley knife, or X-Acto knife, I don't know which one this is, I just had it for an art course, and you just kind of want to go along the edges where the little bits were sticking up and just slice them off to try and make it as flush as possible, like that. And I've already done that to both of them. And then after that, I sealed them one more time with the Impasto gel, and I also cut along the bottoms as well, just to neaten that up a bit. And you should be done by now. And you'll have 2 awesome Pokemon shoes. And of course, if you want to waterproof it a bit more, you could always get some waterproofing spray. I'm probably going to do another layer on top of these, just of the gel, to make sure they are completely sealed, because I will be wearing these on a boat on Sunday, and I don't really want any water to ruin them right after I spent a long time making them. But yeah, hopefully someone else can use this and help, and you've got your Pokemon shoes. And I put all my favorites on the front because I like to look at them more. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone, and if not, nah, it gave me something to do on a Thursday night. Okay.